Say hi.
Hi there.
Baby, say hi.
Hi. How you feeling? Can I have a kiss? Thank you. You're sweet. You going to see the governor?
Oh, he won't see him.
Well, we hope so.
Adele, look at mommy. She's carrying 3 boxes. She can't possibly hold your hand. And of course you're going to take this for all of perpetuity. Hi, how are you? Look at this big fancy building, Adele. Yeah. Look how pretty it is. We're going to dump off these boxes and then we'll look at for she was looking this up. Okay, and you know what, Adele? As soon as we get the boxes in, I'm going to help you. Oh, no, she'll pay.
You know it works for other patients. You don't know whether it works for you. You haven't tried it. Different?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hi, sweetie. You're going to meet the governor today? Okay.
And that's not going to be allowed.
You know what I always want to say is just consider if this is one of your children, what you would do in our situation.
So tell us about the boxes. What's in them?
We have about 2,200 letters for Governor Christie that I've looked at some of the addresses. We have about 35 states represented, I believe, as far as Hawaii. Also some country, Denmark, Amsterdam. Yeah, so people all over the world have written letters of support.
And so tell us about your daughter and what.
Vivian is 2 years old. She has Dravet syndrome. It's a severe form of epilepsy caused by a genetic mutation. She has tried 7 anti-epileptic drugs. None of them have worked. She used to seize for an hour. So we're hoping that this non-psychoactive medical marijuana may help reduce her seizures.
How difficult has this been watching your little girl suffer and knowing that, you know, the longer you wait to get this bill signed, she's going to suffer more?
It's horrible. Every seizure just hurts. You know, it's a horrible thing to have to see your daughter suffer like this. Knowing that there's something else out there just, 1,500 miles away.
And this would change your life?
It would change my life, her life, my other daughter's life, yes.
What is your name?
Megan Wilson.
With a GH?
Yes.
Megan, how frustrating is it for you to have to wait like this?
It's beyond frustrating. It's frustrating because we know that this product, the strains that will help her out there, and it's just a matter of crossing some state lines, To not be able to get it in New Jersey is infuriating.
And are you hoping these letters will be enough to convince the governor?
I don't know, but we're doing everything we can to try to change his mind, yeah.
Megan, did you hear the governor last night? Did you hear the governor on 101.5?
I didn't hear it, but I read your article this morning.
So,
Thank you.
I mean, do you think he's moving towards something?
I feel like he might want to negotiate a little bit. It didn't. There were some kind of rumors floating on Facebook about what he said, and when I actually heard it myself, I said, okay, that's not as bad. There's some hope in that statement, I think.
Right. I'm sorry. I was watching her.
I didn't expect to cry so quickly.
Matt, you done? Yeah, I'm good.
So you guys gonna walk?
So you're going to walk now?
Yeah, at about 2:30, I think. We're waiting for a few more families to join us.
I saw her going for this and the trash can. That's all right. I got her. Bye.
You gonna say bye-bye?
Bye. She is so adorable. Do you work or do you have to stay home?
No, my husband and I both work full-time.
Wow, so you have a babysitter?
Yeah, she is a nurse. I work from home and my husband works from home a lot, so We have like a nurse in the home, so we're usually there if something bad does happen, but she's well taken care of.
And I missed the beginning. Tell me again what her problem is and what you're hoping for.
Vivian has Dravet syndrome. It's a severe form of epilepsy that she'll never outgrow, and we are hoping that by giving her a specific type of marijuana, it will reduce her seizure frequency and severity and give her a better quality of life.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you. Where are you going? Where are you going? Like I'm busted. Yeah, that was like you have a new place to explore. Where are you going? Yeah. Actually, she's been doing really poorly. Yeah, her seizure frequency has. She was having a bad one like every 10 days, and now lately, like the past few weeks, it's been like every 4 days. I can't really look at it. That's all right. I'm sorry. The patterns, and I have to like. She requires constant.
I think the patterns affect her eyes.
Yeah, like I'm just afraid, like the pattern. I just need to be watching her constantly. Yeah.
But since last time.
Yeah, no, they've actually been a lot worse. You know, what are our options? They had the 8th drug, at the 9th drug. You know, we've already tried 7 and it didn't work. So I'm sick of, playing this game with her.
The governor, as you heard, the governor did say he's now reviewing it, he's looking at it, there's consideration that perhaps wasn't there before.
Yeah.
And even acknowledged that kind of the public outcry is making some sort of a difference.
Yeah,
That's encouraging.
It is encouraging. It is. It was better than him saying absolutely not. And I think that was probably yesterday maybe the first time that he didn't say absolutely not. He's still through on slippery slope, but there was a little hope in that, yeah.
Here today with all of these couple thousand letters that you have, do they have someone here who's going to greet you?
Yes.
But he's not here.
He's not here, but we did inform them yesterday that we were coming and someone will be able to accept the letters.
But nobody who's really going to be able to talk about it.
I don't know.
Hopeful.
Yeah, I don't know. It could just be a representative or I'm not sure, yeah.
Even if, and we talked about it before, even if he says this today, it's still a process.
Yeah, I think it will be actually at least a year. Even if he signs it into law, I think it will be at least a year before Vivian would benefit because it's going to have to go through the whole regulation process, and we know it took 3 years for the state to implement the original law. So this isn't going to be a swift implementation, but yeah. So right now we just take things day by day.
Here comes the other one. Hello.
This is Adele.
Adele left me hanging. You didn't leave me hanging, right? I can't get a high five or anything. No.
Loves the camera.
No.
She loves the camera.
Would it be fast enough if he does say yes? And and you said the seizures are getting worse, so we're considering moving at some point.
To me, we're considering if he votes no, it's just moving to Colorado, just relocating. If he says yes, maybe just going out there for 2 years until the program is implemented and in good shape, and then we can come back. I don't think we'll ever have to go out there forever, but we might. We can't keep watching these seizures. So we're gonna do what we have to do.
So part of this fight is obviously for Vivian, but it's also for other children who are
And adults. Two-thirds of this bill would benefit every medical marijuana patient in the state, not just children.
making changes in.
Yeah, me too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Lifting the restriction of the strains. The one doctor, most states do this have one doctor. 3 doctors is very difficult because people don't understand CBD. So to find 3 doctors to first of all understand what this is all about. You're talking about having a patient going around for months trying to find doctors who would be sympathetic to this, who would even understand what this is all about, to get medicine, which she can go into any doctor. She can go into like an Omni-Med or one of those walk-in clinics with pain and prescribe morphine. by some random doctor. We're talking about making it sensitive to know that her real doctor should be able to give her the medicine that he knows that she needs. These are specialists, right?
Well, identify yourself for me.
My name is Brian Wilson, B-R-I-A-N. Last name is Wilson, W-I-L-S-O-N.
Where are you
from Scotch Springs, New Jersey.
And that's your daughter?
My daughter's, one daughter's in the glasses, that's Vivian, V-I-V-I-A-N.
That's the one you want it for.
Right, and Adele's fine.
And was that your wife I was talking to earlier?
Yes, with the brown hair. Yes.
Okay, so she says she's kind of frustrated by this. What's your reaction to it all?
Oh, well, I try to publicly keep, is my phone on? I try to publicly...
I like the ringer.
I'm very extremely frustrated. I sometimes get very, very angry about it and have, ideas of what would be nice to do if this got, vetoed. But I just try to stay positive and understand that, negativity is not going to go anywhere. So it's just through education and being positive, trying to keep our head up and trying to spread the education of what this program is about, what these medicines can really do. That's the biggest thing. So we don't run into people who, when they hear about how this works, or they say, you're so crazy, this is bad. Some people react like that initially, but when you start conversing with them, they say, oh, this makes a lot of sense, and it doesn't make sense that you shouldn't be able to try this. If everything else is failing, or even if it's not, this is a medicine that works. It's just frustrating when you hear government officials saying, there's no place for this, and we haven't heard anything that makes sense to this. We've had people, high-level doctors, high-profile doctors, reach out to give their opinion. So that's the frustrating part. It's like we're trying to educate, or if you hear like Richard Cody, who voted against the bill both times, with the excuse that marijuana is a gateway drug. Nothing to do with it being medical, but his excuse is marijuana is a gateway drug, so therefore I'm voting against this. Wouldn't listen to any reason at all. So there's just something else going on in the background there. That's where the frustration comes in.
How old is Adele?
Adele, she'll be 4 in August.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll make sure that we don't have just empty.
No, I just wanted to see what it looked like. My photographer might be interested.
Yes.
I'm good. How are you? So this is the letter that's on your
Hello.
Oh yeah, we found we were before the box. It took us really long.
I'm so glad you could come.
Weather, I was like, I know.
Are you gonna shake my hand? Hi.
Spell the last name.
D-E-S-I-L-V-I-O.
And the first name?
Tina.
Where are you from? And you're seeking this for?
For my daughter Jenna, who has double cortex syndrome with seizures.
How old is she?
13.
Okay, so what are you hoping the letters do?
I'm hoping that we get the opportunity to be able to try the medical marijuana and have it exposed to us in a way that we won't have to go through hurdles or move.
She has seizures?
She does have seizures. She's had them since she was 2 years old. She calls them fireworks.
What is it?
How frustrating is this for you to have to wait like this?
It's very frustrating. What's most frustrating is the lack of education. It only took me a few months to look into it to realize what medical marijuana can do for so many people, especially with seizures. And it's not the high that they're getting, it's the CBD that's what's helping them. So hopefully that's what the governor takes a look at again and realizes that before he makes a decision.
What is your name, ma'am?
Tina
what?
DeSilvio.
How do you spell that?
DeSilvio.
And this is Jenna?
Yes.
And is it one word, DeSilvia?
DeSilvio. Her last name is Toy.
What is it?
Toy, T-O-Y.
You said CBD, what's that?
CBD, that is the compound that's in marijuana. There's the THC and the CBD, and the CBD is it's non-psychoactive, so the high isn't there. The THC is so low that it doesn't do anything.
When you hear the governor say he's worried about this spreading to people who really don't deserve it, what's your reaction to that?
Well, right now I get prescriptions for my daughter that are like a Xanax to calm her brain down, and I'm exposed to that, and that's not a worry. So for me to be able to go and get a prescription for her that is something that's controlled, a controlled substance versus the marijuana, I don't understand.
And considering all the comments you've heard from the governor on this topic, what are your hopes here now?
Well, I'm hoping that we'll be able to get this signed by tomorrow, today, would be great. And then be able to open some more dispensaries in the state and make it more accessible for the patients.
What relief would it give her?
I'm sorry?
What relief would it give her?
It would give her relief of the seizures that she has every single day. Every day she has 5 or 100. It depends on the day, the weather, the surroundings. She's had brain surgery. She has a vagus nerve stimulator, VNS. She's been on countless medications and combinations of medications that have not controlled the seizures thus far. So hopefully, what I'm hoping most is that there's education. That's the key. I mean, that's the ignorance is what's stopping so many things from happening right now.
Is this an emotional roller coaster?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, it's already been one dealing medically for her, and then to have to deal with a hurdle that could be easily resolved. And it's natural. It's out there for us to use. It's just, if this was not introduced as marijuana, but it was still the same compounds, and somebody discovered it today, it would be, it would be national news, international news. So it's just a matter of getting that word marijuana and weed and dope out of it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What would
Thank
you like
you.
to say to Governor Christie?
I would like for him to relook at the facts of what medical marijuana can do, and that they don't get high off of it, the strain that we're looking for, and also that that we as parents are already getting our minor children medication. So if that's something that he's looking at to change and find a way for us not to get us into the wrong hands, they could be already going in the wrong hands. It's already, if you're going to go get marijuana, you're going to get marijuana. As parents that are looking for something as a way to relieve our children from the seizures, that shouldn't be a discussion. That shouldn't even be on the table.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Take care.
So these studies that the government sets up to try to prove that it doesn't have any medical value, it doesn't have value. Way that people on Schedule 1 drug users and this and that. But studies to prove it.
Is there one more? What's the find another one?
Would this come in here?
For Wilson and Johnson.
It might be.
Can you want to get up on the chair and that? Here, you want to write here?
Looks like the president over there signing all that stuff.
Is that the E-N-S-H-I-N-E?
No, you're missing the L.
Oh.
Come on, you know how to spell your name. I know, but spell your name. Spell your name. All right, you're scribbling over. All right, write your name here.
Yeah, years ago I was working for a health magazine and I spent a lot of time interviewing a lot.
How are you? Say hi. Let's bring them.
Yeah.
Okay.
You going in the stroller?
Okay. You know.
We already got you.
Yeah, okay. Yep. Okay, here we go.
To your left, sir. Okay, everybody as a team will go together. You guys ready?
think we're good. Baby's ready to go.
Where's the
To the right.
Oh, Jack, it's yours. Jack, you hold it. You move it.
You don't need to hold this? You can hand that to the lady?
Okay. Which side, George?
Just not interested. Go in and explain what we're doing. You can go with that. You can go with that. Thank you.
Ed's on the job.
So, Jean Ashmore will be down in about 2 minutes. They just asked us to wait till she gets down. Yes? Oh. Right. Jean will be down here in about 2 minutes. She just asked them to wait for her to come down.
She's actually moved into her car. She had a good relationship. Watch the show. Megan, Brian.
All the letters due?
Good job, Adele.
We're done.
Letters here from, I think I counted 35 or 40 states and plus the ponds in Europe, so all.
I don't want to be filmed, if you can step
Sure.
out, please, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Did he get pissed? Oh, good kid.
Okay? Switch? All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
What did they say to you?
Just got the accepting the letters. There's no real statement that was made.
We just explained that there were about 2,100 letters that
Thank you, yeah.
covered about 35 to 40 states in Europe, and all these people who sign these letters, are supporting us, and they want to help Vivian and all these children and all these adult patients in New Jersey get access to the medicine that they deserve.
And the governor's in, not in town, Las Vegas, yeah, so, obviously, we didn't really expect to be able to meet with him, but.
She took her glasses.
Oh, your eyes went up. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
She's getting it all.
yeah.
Maybe give her to my mom right now.
Maybe she wants to let her walk around a little. Oh, I got her.
Do you have anything to say to the governor if he was here today?
Tell him to sign the bill?
Do you think we're going to get a compromise from him?
Well, it's hard to imagine a compromise when he won't talk to us. It's who's he compromising with? I'm not really sure, Lefty.
Do you think we may get one or two of those, the three issues that we're looking for?
Well, it's possible. It's possible. I certainly hope that he will do away with the strain limit. That's one of the most important things for disorders such as Vivian has, the seizure disorder. It responds so well to a high CBD, which is not psychoactive. One would think that it would be hard to justify keeping the strain limit given the circumstances that we now know. And I certainly don't think that there is any problem with having edibles. I mean, the governor's already approved the lozenges, so it's just more edibles that would be more appropriate for children like Vivian. Whether or not he would back off on the free physicians, I don't know. The law doesn't call for 3 physicians. The law only calls for 1 physician, a New Jersey licensed physician with whom the patient has a bona fide relationship. That's what's in the law. These expensive and redundant regulations that came out, required three physicians, and it's totally inappropriate. So I would hope he would follow all of the law. I mean, this law was fast-tracked through the legislature in 1 month, so there's a great deal of support for it. And we're here today, and we see the kind of support that there is for this legislation.
Absolutely. The bill is what, 3 strains?
It lives to 3 strain limit,
Right.
which means that we're not locked into only 3 strains that an ATC can grow. That makes it like there's 12 different kinds of aspirin and 12 different kinds of Robitussin. There's many different strains of medical marijuana, and they all interact with everybody's chemistry differently. So it's not a one-size-fits-all. This bill benefits all patients. It's very important for the children because the children need a specific high CBD, no THC strain. But it also, there are adult patients who also cannot handle straight THC and need some CBD. It also provides other methods of ingestion besides inhaling for patients. I'm a glaucoma patient. I need to medicate every 2 to 3 hours, and I can't get up in the middle of the night to do that. I can't function during the day doing that. That's where the higher CBD to THC ratio comes in for me. But also, if I can have a piece of candy, if I can have a lozenge, if I can have a tincture, elixir, something like that, then that works for me and the other adult patients. So there's really 3 very important aspects to this, and I don't like that the governor's referring to this as pot for tots, because that is just an insidious lie.
Yeah.
And I care about all patients, and that's what I'd like to say.
So are you hopeful?
I'm hoping that he does nothing. I'm hoping he lets it slide, and that way he can say he didn't give kids pot, and yet he can also appease people and say he didn't kill kids either. I've had eye surgery because of the lack of access. We haven't even talked about the fact that Greenleaf has been closed now today for 8 weeks.
8 weeks?
8 weeks. And having surgery on my other eye in 2 weeks because I don't have access. So I have not been able to medicate like I need to medicate.
That's scary.
And I've had my card since October.
Wow. Do you think he's going to give us a compromise on this bill? Maybe one of the 3 things, or 2 out of the 3 things, or?
I hope. I honestly hope he does nothing, but I think he has to. I think it's an election year coming up, and he does have his eyes on the presidency, And if he ignores people, everybody knows somebody who's suffering, whether it's a cancer patient, a glaucoma patient, whether it's grandma or your child, everybody knows somebody who's a patient who has benefited from medical marijuana.
Yeah.
And I don't think he'd want to ostracize that community.
I hope not.
I hope not too.
Good, good.
I shake though.
Capture. Just get a photo. Come on, photo. There we go. So, Jim Miller, how do you feel about what happened today with the Letters for Vivian being dropped off at the Statehouse?
I was pretty surprised at this one a few times that the members of the media outnumbered the proponents of medical marijuana at any event I've been at in recent memory. From what I saw, is only one way it can turn out. A lot of times I worry how the press is going to present something. It's only one way to do this. It's going to be all good news tonight.
You think we'll get an answer tonight?
No, but I imagine we might get a no comment tonight, which is the best answer you can get at first, because if there's no comment, it shows that they're not willing to go out on a limb until they really look at it. So I think it'll be after the governor gets back.
Do you expect a compromise?
And said to who compromise what?
Do you expect a compromise with the bill?
No, at first I did. I think the governor is probably still likely to conditionally veto it with something easily fixable so that he can call himself a compromiser and willing to get things done when actually that would be the only reason he would do that. He'll find some really inane part of the bill and put his stamp on it this way then.
So are you hopeful?
Yeah, I think this is going to pass one way or the other. I think it's political suicide to oppose it. After we see the news, I think we'll know better why. There's just too much cuteness in that room at one time. You know, how do you say I'm worried about the kids and not worry about those kids?
Yeah.
You know?
Thanks, buddy.
All right.
Awesome.
You got it.